Hello, Chicky. I'm heading out this afternoon to go record what might be the most interesting, different, out-of-the-box, and probably entertaining podcast that I've probably recorded in the whole 72-week history of the show. I am interviewing a man named Mike Calicrate. He is a cattle rancher. He is a food justice activist. He's a political activist. Clearly we have some differing views. He is a cattle rancher, first cattle rancher to be on the podcast. He's cited in Omnivore's Dilemma. He's written books. There's a chapter about him in Fast Food Nation. He's a very interesting guy. You know, this is different for me. Usually the people I have on are sort of preaching to the choir in a way, and this is going to be different and a challenge, and I'm really excited.
Sorry, Snoopy. You can't go with us. Dogs aren't allowed on the school bus. Woof.
You guys should be able to recognize this place because remember this vlog? Yeah, this is the same place. I'm interviewing the guy that owns that facility. Hey,
Jackson,
how's it going? Good to see you.
But somewhere along between 1988 and 1992 probably, I realized that what I'd been doing was really wrong. I mean, I had been playing in a fool's game. So we'll be processing meat within that space, and we will have cookers that will be making our own broth, we'll be rendering our own fat.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Plantriotic. Much love.
And you're a good interviewer.
Thank you.
Really good questions.
Thank you very much.
That's the key to an interview, is asking the right questions.
I have a lot of practice at this point. No, that was truly pretty incredible, so I really appreciate it.
I'll tell you what drives you too is young people like yourself that are activists, that are willing to fight. And I oftentimes just apologize to kids your age for the damn wreck we're in. And it's harder now because the whole media is just lying to us.
Okay, just finished doing the podcast. It was incredible. I don't think I've ever gotten less words in a podcast because just Mike has so much to say, so much experience, very informed. I think this is I'm probably going to get more comments from this podcast than any I've ever released. It's probably the most controversial in terms of the usual plantriotic things that we're talking about, which I think is great because one of my aims in 2016 with the podcast was to offer a more diverse amount of perspectives and not preach to the choir as much. And even if there's things that Mike says in this episode, which will go up sometime in the next month, if there's things that upset you, that you disagree with from an ethical, from a nutritional standpoint, just understand that you can have those values, but there's no such thing as the right answer. I mean, you're absolutely entitled to have those beliefs, and if you don't agree with it, that's fine. You know, I'm not saying ever that what I promote and the way I live is the right answer, because I believe that's false. I don't think there's a right answer. I think people are different, people's educations are different, people's experiences are different. But even if you want to disregard a lot of the environmental and, nutritional things that Mike said, it's cool just to have someone who is educated and has a different alternative perspective and be able to hear from the quote-unquote other side. We're actually not really from opposite sides. He's a Bernie supporter. He is definitely an environmentalist. He believes in equal wages. He believes in ethical working conditions. He believes in animal welfare. There's way more reasons that me and Mike are similar than we are different. So I hope you listen to it. I definitely want to see the comments. So when I release that episode, make sure to leave comments on my website on the podcast post. I'm headed to a CC yoga teacher meeting right now to make the schedule for next block. You probably noticed I'm not teaching yoga this block, first time in over a year. It's just because I forgot to sign up, so I'm going to the meeting this time. Solid, got exactly what I wanted, just teaching one class a week, Thursday evenings, which is perfect. I obviously don't have time to do any more than that. wants us to give each other B12 shots. I take like oral supplements. She wants to give us shots because Harley and Freely says we need them to be lean. What? Where did you get that idea? I have been very lean in my past, and I've never taken a B12 shot, but it kind of sounds fun, and it would really test our trust in each other. I am unfortunately experiencing some mucus congestion right now. Like every other person at my school is sick, and this is terrible timing because I'm visiting Izzy. I'm gonna go shower, purge it out. Hopefully I'll feel better. Okay, it's time to write my paper. I will give you 1 hour updates. It is now 7 p.m. and I've written half a page. I expect to be done with this thing by midnight. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. I have 2 pages, which is really awesome. It needs to be 6 pages, so I'm making a lot of good progress, and here's my plan. I'm gonna have a big bowl of lettuce, take a break real quick, and watch a little YouTube, because you can't type and eat lettuce at the same time. It's too wet and stuff. So that's my excuse for taking a break. And then I'm gonna eat my split pea sweet potato meal, continue writing my paper, go to bed at 11 regardless of where I'm at, wake up at 7, and I have till noon to finish my paper. I think that's the healthiest plan.
Yes.
Have you heard young women saying to you, hey, you know what? Let's go over the Bernie Sanders campaign for all the hot guys at the Sanders camp.
You know, that hasn't happened yet.
Preposterous!
Yeah.
Alright, I knew I would do this, but I think it's the right thing to do. It's 11. I said I was going to go to bed, but I really have an hour's more worth of writing till I can be done. So I'm just going to write the whole thing. In the morning, I'll wake up and edit it for an hour or 2 before turning it in. And I'll feel good going to bed having it done. Tomorrow, I get out of this icebox and I go to Berkeley, California, my future home and also the home of my girlfriend. Hopefully I will get a nice long 9 hours tonight of sleep and kick this little cold thingy I have. You know, it barely happens to me. I think I've been vegan for 3.5 years and I've gotten a cold twice. I had a tonsil infection when I started the vlog 8 months ago or something. But this is the second time I've got a little cold, so that's a pretty good record. Much love, Dream Extreme, travel vlog tomorrow.